Listen to me. The next person that I need to see interview Kendrick Lamar would be Mr. Robert Greene because there is no way this man wrote this book about the 48 laws of power and did not have Kendrick in mind. This is some of the biggest news that honestly I did not expect. I ultimately did not expect for him to be performing at the next Super Bowl. I know coming off of this high of this beef, one could have possibly, suspected, but there's no way. Okay? Maybe somewhere down the line, like, everybody likes to talk about the amount of music that he has out and what went number one and so on and so forth. Like, I just did not see this coming. Not at all. And for him to shade Drake and say that there's only one chance to win the championship, there is no round twos. Listen, I am beyond enthralled at how this man has been moving in regards to everything that is going on. Like, this has to be studied. This whole entire beef. And I don't want to even say that the Super Bowl is even intertwined into the beef. I think this is like I don't want to diminish this moment of the Super Bowl to be an addition to the beef saga because honestly, I think that it's over. And this is Kendrick announcing it that there is no round two. And it's so funny because I was thinking this to myself like if I want to fight, there's no way I'm going in for round two. It's not even the mere fact of, hey, I may lose or, you know, or draw or to be a tie or whatever else and messing up my streak. Like my pride is not that greatly affected to have someone bait me into another situation. You are supposed to show up your best self the first time. I'm not doing you any favors showing up to the fight again. Like that's how I feel. I would never fight anybody twice. Win, lose or draw. Like I'm not giving you that satisfaction at all. So for Drake to believe that he was going to be able to bait Kendrick into another battle, like that means that Drake lost well before any of this even started. Any of this. He did not have the mental fortitude or aptitude to really prepare himself for who Kendrick has evolved himself into. I think that Drake still thought that Kendrick is the guy that he brought on his tour. He doesn't understand that this is a much elevated version. While Drake is still 16, 17. No pun intended. This is beautiful. I am intrigued by how Kendrick has been moving thus far. This is what a superstar is made of. All of these calculations, they're calling him the media darling. There is nothing else for him to do concerning this beef. There's nothing else for him to do. I don't think that there is anything on God's green earth that Drake can do in this moment that will bait Kendrick into giving him another battle. I feel like if it's bad enough, and if it's bad enough, Kendrick is going to completely unload and there will be no response from Drake. Being in the industry, I think that they all know there are just some secrets that you don't want to come out. And I am of a firm belief that not only does Kendrick have, you know, the soundtrack for it, but also receipts. So if I were Drake, I would tread very lightly in whatever you do next. Because understand that this man has moved on. And if you poke the bear with this one, I don't think that Kendrick is going to hold back as they said that he did. People from his camp said that, oh, well, that was nothing in comparison. He's going to release all of that. And I believe that he does have very valid receipts to match just with how he's moving. He's already got all of this set up in advance. You do not want to spar with someone that has studied you and you know nothing about them. That's not even a fight I would have entered in. And I'm a Scorpio. There is no way. There is no way. Like, not unless I truly believe that me and this other person was on the same playing field. And until I had what I feel I needed to until I had a cancellation point of that person to where I know like, hey, this is it. You know? Like this is it. There's no way I would have entered or even tried to signify that there would be a second showdown. Drake, you don't know enough. You don't know enough. And you may know people, but they don't know enough. That's one thing about being a private person. Like, nobody knows your stuff. And to be in the position that you are in, Drake, what you should have done, knowing that some of these things would probably come up, spray your stuff first. One of my favorite YouTubers, you know, they're from Florida, as am I. And that's when, spray your stuff before somebody else sprays it. Get out ahead of it. You did not. And now you want there to be a round two. And Kendrick is letting us know here, there will be no round two. There will be no round two. But Drake, from Scorpio to Scorpio, I understand pride and wanting to be accepted in this moment, but you gotta let it go, babe. You gotta let it go. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Not unless, I don't know, not unless you know where some bodies are buried or something. You gotta let it go. Because if Kendrick gets the inkling of renouncing his statement that there will be no round two to entertain you, that will be the end of you. And remember, I'm calling it first. That's all I have, guys. You know, this has just been very interesting for me. This is not my normal content, but I hope that you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.